think if he's not as good as the ones we have, but he's a capable running back and a future wide receiver. I'm not sure about his running of patterns, but I know if he catch the ball, he knows what to do with it because he know how to make you miss. A good running back always makes the first man miss. You know, they kind of shifty. But he's shifty, and I understand why he picked him. I didn't like the pick, but I understood because Kyle Shanahan is the coach, ain't he? And he's the one with the scheme. Yeah. Didn't I say that earlier? Yeah. It's their plan, not ours. Yeah. I told you, everybody's caught up in their feelings. You know?
Are you listening? Damn.
Ronbo Sports here, representing the Niner Empire organization worldwide. Hey, as a matter of fact, look out, Germany. How you doing, fam? Fam, how you doing? I want to thank you right now for allowing me to come in and get nuts like I like to do, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. And there's reason to be buzzed up right now because when you consider all that's happened, we had a decent free agency period, and that went right into the draft, put an exclamation point in everything they've done so far. Fam, we are no longer a bunch of chumps. We were never a bunch of chumps. Put it this way, we're no longer a team that just everybody can circle on the calendar as a win. As soon as we see the San Francisco 49ers, we gonna beat them up. No. I'm sorry, those days are over. Even the biggest skeptic in the world, we got lots of them still hanging around, will have to admit this is a different team. Greg Cosell, one of my favorite guys. You know, even during the times we were going through the doom and gloom periods of 2015? Yeah, 2015, 2016, much of 2017. Last year, we just can't get a break. And a lot of it has something more to do with the circumstances surrounding those seasons than it does actually the team, especially last year. 2017, 2018, Kyle has struggled already with teams due to injuries and some other things too. You got to have a franchise quarterback, but that's another thing. Greg Cosell, as I was saying, right? Greg Cosell is he's an analyst and senior director at NFL Films, and he always comes out and he drops little pieces on certain teams. He always has something good to say about the 49ers, as I say, even when we were struggling. So I'm checking him out, and Greg dropped into KNBR earlier this week, and he came in and he raved about the 49er receivers. Deebo Samuel, compact, explosive. Got the kind of body that just is really strong. Can line him up in the slot. Can line him up on the outside. He's got dimensions where he can go downfield with. YAC. Here's where Deebo excels beyond everybody. Yards after the catch. This guy's competitive. He's not going down. Deebo is going to be a menace coming out of the slot. And in Kyle Shanahan's system, that is very, very... that works all day, every day, because Kyle likes to exploit the seam, run everything down the seam, and guys who got the ability to get yards after the catch, like Deebo Samuel, that's the reason why they went out and got him. They will excel in this system. And Deebo, as I say, he may not be a running back, but his body is that of a running back. This is why he's going to be very efficient in this offensive system. I can't wait. You know, he led the SEC in yards after the catch, right? If he did, let me lay that on you. That's just how good he is. And then, Jalen Hurd. Cosell likes him too. He says, you know what, that was a bit of a surprise. But Cosell, elite size, 6'5". See, when you look at 6'5", you think about a tall running back. Excuse me. You think about a tall wide receiver. And the reason that slipped is because of this. He's got athleticism along with that length. So you know a lot of your tall receivers, they look good because they're tall. Usually that's it. They usually have a lot of athleticism. They don't usually have a lot of speed. They're usually fast, but not down. I know. Not nowadays. You got a few guys out there that are tall, can really move. They're not 6'5", though. They're 6'3". Maybe there's one at 6'4". When you look at DK Metcalf, okay, I get it. When you also look at Hakeem Butler, another guy on everybody's wish list. Yes, indeed. He's got speed, but there's not that many. There's only a handful of them. One of them is our guy. And listen, don't worry about that speed you've heard on Jalen Hurd. It's not true. He's getting over, I think he had a blown out knee. I'm not sure how serious the knee was, but I know he's recuperating from it. But he's moving along well. He's doing fine. He is a 4.6 runner from what I understand. So we're going to see that speed. And also, the thing about Jalen is he is a running back turned wide receiver, right? So when he gets the ball, another YAC dude. We got the YAC crew. When these guys get the ball, they know what to do. Hurd, while he was at Tennessee, and he went to Tennessee and then he transferred to Baylor. While he was at Tennessee, just to make a long story short, he was a running back before he left, and there were some reasons why he wanted to leave Tennessee. I don't want to get into all of that right now. We don't have a lot of time for that. But listen, 2,844 yards as a running back at Tennessee. I think he was there for a couple of seasons. Yeah, 2 or 3 seasons, yeah. Anyway, 2,844 yards. 4.6 yard carry, 4.5 point yards carries. I get it. He's got so many digits, I'm keeping them all. They're going through my mind like crazy. 4.5 average. That means this guy knows what he's doing. He weighs 226 right now, 6'5", 226. When he was at Tennessee, the dude was up to 250 pounds. That's 6'5", 250 pounds coming down the line of scrimmage, coming down the field. If you've ever played corner, safety, or any DB, you know good and well that dude coming down the field, he's already broken through the initial line of scrimmage, what it's going to be like trying to take him down. Once he gets a full head of steam going, I'm telling you, Jalen Hurd, he did primarily his damage has been done out of the slot coming out of Baylor. Again, Kyle Shanahan stacking up dudes that come out of the slot. With Jalen Hurd, though, you can line him up on the outside. It's just a matter of reps, some instruction. We got Wes Welker in there to help him out with that. So we got 2 guys that can destroy coming out of the slot. Again, down the seam to destruction. This is Kyle's MO. So now you got 2 guys that can do that. Jalen, with his ability to run the ball. Deebo just being a bad man. And Deebo, by the way, could destroy teams 4 different ways. First of all, he's a running back. Second of all, a great receiver. I keep calling him a running back. Deebo's a wide receiver running back with that body. He destroy a wide receiver. As a rusher, he had touchdowns in both categories. Also, punt return. Deebo does that quite well. Also, he actually recovered a fumble for a touchdown while in South Carolina. Deebo's the full package, man. That dude, if you've seen him working out, there's film all over the internet right now. You can see Deebo working out in the sand. He's doing weights with chains around him, weights hanging off the chains. This dude, man, Jerry Rice is probably saying to A.J. Brown, I don't know if A.J.'s still working out with him or not. Probably not. He's probably headed back to camp. But here's the thing is, now Jerry's going to say, you know what, I'm at to check out my boy Deebo. Also, it's going to be his boy Deebo. Boy, 49ers always ignore whoever Jerry Rice is in love with. They seem to go in another direction. A.B., Jerry was all over endorsing A.B. No A.B. Deebo, A.J. Brown, we all wanted A.J. Brown. I ain't going to lie, I wanted A.J. Brown. I didn't know anything about it. I knew about Deebo. But I thought A.J. Brown was the cream of this crop. N'Keal Harry had already been taken. Hollywood Brown, I wasn't interested in him anyway. So, we had Jalen Hurd, Deebo. That's a class act 2. I can't wait to see these guys on the field. Fam, the wide receiver group is just ridiculous. All right, guys that are not going to be cut. Deebo Samuel's not going to get cut. Jalen Hurd is going to be with us for next season. Also, Dante Pettis, of course. That 3 right there, all youngsters that could last for 4 or 5 more years of high-level football. Jordan Matthews is probably most likely going to make this team as well. Somebody told me to stop trying to tell me Jordan Matthews might make the team. When you start making cuts, you start throwing names around. Yeah. Jordan Matthews is most likely going to be on the team. I'm pretty sure I agree now. All right. Hey, and then after that, it becomes a survival of the fittest. I'm not sure if Marquise Goodwin, I think Kyle wants to use him in the Taylor Gabriel role that he had out in Atlanta, where he's going to be doing specialty plays. He's got lined up that'll work effectively for that, because they want to keep Marquise off the field and use him where he's most effective and try to keep him from getting hurt. I think that's the biggest thing behind that as well. Besides that, we picked up guys now that are going to rotate heavily outside and inside. Now, Trent Taylor, and when I say outside and inside, now Trent Taylor's pretty much a slot receiver. So you wonder, Kyle loves him some Trent Taylor, but is Trent going to make this group? All right. These guys are going to be tough, though, fam. Don't make the mistake of thinking that just because we got the new guys, just come and run the old guys off. because Kendrick Boyd and Richie James are going to be in there competing as well. This is going to be one of the most interesting competitions on the field all season long, right up there with the defensive line. Oh, man. And I didn't even say nothing about the tight ends. This weaponry is ridiculous. You add all that, what I just talked about, to George Kittle. We got Kate Smith coming out of Stanford. I don't know, can Garrett Selleck make this team this year? Garrett say, whoa. Selleck time ain't over yet. Okay, we'll see, Garrett. Show us. I mentioned all that. I mean, the juice is in this mix. Get it? That all just starts. See what I did there? The juice. Put it all in the juice and turn that blender on. Wait, it gets more crazy. Look who I got standing next to Jimmy G. I got Tevin Coleman. I got Jerick McKinnon and Matt Breida. The weapons are ridiculous. Fam, UDFAs. Understand that Sean Poindexter played next to N'Keal Harry. He's another bad dude. I was checking out on the internet. The only reason I got attention to it, I saw Sean Poindexter as a UDFA, but I didn't think anybody would think of it. Because I figured you're a UDFA. Whoever we got's got to be better, right? Check out the footage and you make your own call. I ain't gonna say nothing else about that. The only reason I knew about it is because Booker T was on Twitter. Booker T, you know him as Tebow. He pointed out, he said, hey man, check out this dude, Sean Poindexter from Arizona, man. He's rolling next to N'Keal Harry. I checked out, I said, uh-oh, look at that. Oh, we got him in camp. Also, West Georgia. Malik, man, I gotta tell you, Malik Henry, fam, you know what? You go check these people out. I'm blown away. Kyle's gonna sort all this out. We're gonna lose some good football players, but you know what that means? It's like Kyle says, when you start letting great football players go, that means you're going in the right direction. Ooh, God, I'm excited about this team, especially offensively. You know what I'm saying? Hey. I've already overly displayed my excitement about Mitch Wishnowsky. Punter. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody knows about Mitch by now, man. People are talking about it like crazy. I already got a scenario in my head, man. I'm looking at okay, let me go ahead and take it to Monday Night Football, right? There we are, we're playing the Cleveland Browns. 49ers have already ran down the field in this fourth down. We're in the fourth quarter, right? The game is close. I figured we ain't gonna just run off and beat up on the Browns, so it's gonna be a fourth quarter decision. There we are, right? The Browns lead us by 2 points, going in the last 4 minutes. Announcer says, the 49ers 4th and 2, and they're probably gonna do the same thing right here and depend on that defense to keep the Browns intact so they can get the ball back. There'll be plenty of time, and that 49er defense, we all knew it was going to be a good defense. We may have underrated them. That 49er defense is ranked right around the top 3 already in this young season. Wishnowsky trots out onto the field. And most likely the 49ers will play it safe here. And a snap to Wishnowsky. And, whoa! Mitch pulls the ball down. He's rolling to his left. He's looking around. He's rolling to his right. Remember, this is the guy that can kick the ball on the run. Mitch Wishnowsky looks around. He's still moving around. He hasn't kicked the ball yet. He's behind the line of scrimmage. No flags on the play. There goes Joe Staley. Joe Staley makes a beautiful block. Wishnowsky sees the crease. He's heading down the crease. He's moving downfield. There's Mark McGlinchey to lead him downfield. He knocks in one more guy. Here comes Denzel Ward crossing. He may have the angle on Wishnowsky. Oh, Deebo Samuel comes out with an incredible block. He knocks Ward into the second row of seats. Wishnowsky's rolling down the field. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Niners!
Ronbo!
Oh, God, I knew that. What? Let me see. What?
Get a grip, man.
I know, I'm sorry. I got one.
Last time we talked, you was crying about Robbie Gould leaving.
Well, I had a good reason.
Now look at you. Done lost your mind over a punter.
Hey, that's not an ordinary company. I'm talking about Mitch Wishnowsky, okay?
I do agree, though. The boy is an OD.
What, an OD? What's that?
Offensive danger.
I like that. I like that, MC. I like that. Yeah.
Good to see you stop whining.
What?
And I'm gone.
No. Bam, listen. think whining is a little bit strong. I have a tendency to sometimes overreact to certain things, and Robbie Gould is a concern. So, I mean, anyway, you know what? I don't want to get any negatives right now, fam. I want to continue to talk about this draft. Let's go ahead and get to Ronbo Cam, and where we going today? Round and round we go. Where we're going to stop? Hey, let's go to Texas. Check out Devon! He's still working on my voice, Devon. I ain't seen my man Devon and talk to him. I've been seeing him here in the chat and everything. He gets involved, and he sometimes comes in, calls in. But me and Devon, I love talking football to Devon because this man knows his ball. And Devon, even we're having an issue. Devon, I'm wearing the 5'6". And wait, before you say anything else, this is not the 5'6", everybody. It's a custom-made Quan Alexander jersey.
Right, there you go. So that's a good way to make up for the mistake we made. Remember me in the car, and I was yelling at the top of my lungs, Reuben Foster.
Everybody was supporting it. We all supported you, Devon. Everybody was like, well, I just thought it was a pipe dream. I said, ain't no way in the world we're going to get Reuben Foster unless they pick him with the first pick. And then they went and got Solomon Thomas, and I thought it was over. And a few minutes later,
I was so upset that day.
Oh man!
Yeah.
And now we had to get upset a few weeks later. Well, a few months later, we got to get more upset because now we can find out Reuben don't know how to act with the women. Oh man!
Yep. And then you throw in the fact that he was injured a lot, so he was playing injured. So we was a lose-lose situation on that whole deal, and I really thought I had hope. I was thinking retirement as a 49er.
Yeah.
You know. Maybe the dude might even get a Hall of Fame. You know, I thought he was going to be one of our legends.
Yep, put his name down next to Willis and Bowman and everybody else. And
one of the great linebackers from the 90s is what I was thinking.
God. Hey, but Devon, I guarantee you, we don't talk too much. People say, man, would y'all stop talking about Reuben? Listen, I just want to say, watch him go over and show out at Washington. And we got to play the Redskins. If Reuben has his best game of the year against us, I'm going to be...
I'm going to be hot. I won't be feeling some kind of way about that.
God. Anyway, Devon, I'm telling you, there's an attitude going around. I tell you, here's my question to start things off with. It's the third season we're going into. We ain't won enough games yet. You know how people do. They get impatient. They start jumping to conclusions. They start saying nasty things. The complaints now are going about, I'm talking building a roster, free agency, and the draft. That did not make nobody happy at all. And then you talk about every little thing. They got a fight going on with Kyle and Lynch. They've got people are crying about the price of beer in the parking lot. Is this warranted? Should we be going all crazy like this right now? What do you think, Devon?
Don't we do this every year?
As a matter of fact,
don't we blow up on every draft pick? Don't we say the coaches don't know what they're talking about? I thought they were the professionals and we were the fans.
Thank you.
But as soon as they don't pick who we like, something's wrong with them.
Ain't that the gospel truth?
It's their team, it's their scheme, and they lose their job if it don't work, and we're still fans. I'm confused. Everybody's all in their feelings.
And it's gotten to a fever pitch. And what follows after that? Then we start fighting amongst each other.
Oh man. See, for example, this the number one pick. Everybody has who they want. We got multiple D linemen and linebackers, safeties. It's multiple choices we got at number 2. The young man they picked isn't the one I wanted. That doesn't mean I know their scheme, what their plans are.
Yes.
I'm just going on what I seen and what I thought would be a better choice. After watching the Super Bowl, did you watch how the Rams and New England was putting pressure on the quarterback? In the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left to go, Tom Brady only got 3 points.
Yeah.
It was because of the pressure up the middle. So I'm like, that's got to be the plan that works. When we play, Oklahoma played Alabama in the semifinals, Quentin Williams lived in our backfield. He put pressure on Kyler Murray. He had him going all kind of ways in the first quarter. See, now when Bosa played against us, I didn't see all of that pressure because our offensive linemen were better. Those same 4 guys got drafted. Quentin Williams killed those same 4 guys against Ohio State. You only heard 2 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 sack when Baker Mayfield was stumbling in the backfield. Otherwise, you didn't hear from Bosa. So when I say I didn't want Bosa, it's because I watched them both play against the number 1 ranked offensive line in college football. One kid shined, one kid was unheard from.
Bosa
So it don't have
versus
anything to do
Williams.
with the internet. It don't have nothing to do with the coaching picking. It don't have nothing to do with all of these pictures and all the stuff the kid did young. Who cares? Let's talk football and get out our feelings.
Hey,
We can have
man.
we can have a healthy discussion on why we don't want the kid or not without pointing fingers or we don't. Once you disagree with somebody, now all of a sudden we ain't friends no more. Come on, man. Now you don't know football.
Yeah.
You hear me? Now you don't know football because you want him and I don't.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's
How does this work?
Hostility. I mean, but you know what though? You put exactly, you get into feelings because now people's passion for the 49ers or any other team for the team, it's serious. Some of us don't even realize how deep it affects us. And so when you start acting up, you can't pull it back in because once you get that machismo running out there, it gets crazy. So, you know,
we get into we get caught up in what we think it should be, and everybody else is wrong. None of us are professionals. None of us know anything like Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. I believe in them two. I don't have to believe in that player. I don't like every player that's on the team any year. So what difference does it make if I don't like them this year or last year? You got to remember, when we picked Mike McGlinchey last year, number 2, or whatever, number pick, whatever it was, how many of us had a guard or tackle, whatever he plays, on our list? Wasn't we talking safeties? Wasn't we talking about chewing up the defense?
Yep, we were talking about mainly, I think it was the edge, because we've been crying about a pass rush forever. We were talking about linebackers. We want somebody to come back and help Ruben. And,
there it is.
And I think there were a few safeties mentioned as well, but nobody, you're right, nobody saw McGlinchey.
And the year before that, it was Solomon Thomas. I was so upset, I turned off the TV and went to bed. I went to bed, man. I saw you on the show just livid.
I couldn't stand it.
I couldn't stand it. And I have to apologize to Solomon Thomas. See, after what happened with him and his sister, he gets a pass.
Same here.
He gets a pass because mentally, I don't think he was all the way there last year, and we were getting probably a 75% Solomon Thomas. Hopefully this year, if that, and hopefully this year he comes out of it and he gets to play the way we think he should, because he's really a good young man. I'm not hating on the man. I'm just hating on what I see on the field. Is what I'm hating on, not the person. Because like for example, I'm one of them ones that kind of hold a grudge. I still ain't gave up my hate for Sherman, even though Uncle Sherman has never done nothing wrong. He's a good man. You never hear any problems out of him. He's a leader in the locker room. He's a leader on the field. He plays hard. He's got one leg, and he's still better than all the cornerbacks we got.
Which is embarrassing, but it's true.
But I still haven't got over my feelings in him in Seattle. That don't mean I don't want him on the team. That don't mean I'm not a 49er fan. So just because I don't like him, don't mean I'm not rooting for the team. Everybody get it twisted. If you say something negative about the 49ers, oh, you ain't no fan. Forget you then.
Ain't that cold?
I wanted to say something else, Ronbo, but I tried not.
I know.
I got an F word for him.
I appreciate because kids. I appreciate because kids do watch it. They take it serious.
Yeah.
So but I understand fully what you're talking about, and people should stop designating people as non-fans because they don't agree with your opinions. We see this all day, every day. If you're involved with social media, you see it all the time. So there it is. Devon and I trying to get the message out there. Will we please stop it? Stop it.
Yeah.
God.
You know, the kid, first of all, the first one who has never made a mistake, stand up. Because the kid has made a few mistakes. It is crossing some lines that are touching some touchy subjects in this day and time.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the only one that made a mistake when they're 18, 19, and 20. Right. Even though he is crossing lines that we don't want crossed, it's still a negative light on him. To me, he put a bullseye on his back. Yeah. Now, if he don't come out and perform, they gonna be all on him in the booth. And if he does come out and perform, he gets to make us eat crow who don't want it.
Yeah, and it would be the silence of the noise. But I love your point about let he who was without sin cast the first stone.
Yeah.
You know? So.
And I didn't say I agreed with the kid. I don't like none of it. None of it.
There's no way you can appreciate it. You know, that's the thing. But the thing is, he's reached out. He said, "I've seen the error of my ways. I'm sorry." And I said, hopefully I'll grow here in San Francisco. I'll be around a lot of different kind of people. And it's, he just needed to come out of his world, off of his glass tower, and come down and be with everybody else. He's been playing with black ball players all his life. This is why I say, if he's carrying on like that, he's carrying it on with that group of people that he hangs out with, because that's his clique. And they say things that probably we don't want to, and we'll never be this clique, we'll never be involved in this clique because that's going to be people there. But Nick has to stay with his friends because that's where he's from. And I understand that. So, and that's why I'm saying, he didn't write up a lot of stuff other than he didn't like this, and this. Some of those things he hit yes and like with, I'm wondering if he even read half of those things. That's what I'm saying. There's lots of things we need to investigate on this before we just throw that man up and beat him up. I want to see him play, number one. Like you're saying, it's all about football.
Right. So my thing is how many games did he play? Was he there? Was he injured a lot? Yeah. And is he going to be injured for us? See, that's the key.
It's a scary thing.
If he gets injured or have any issues with his contract, is he going to be Bosa fan, or is he going to be a 49er? Yeah. Because those are the things he had issues with at Ohio State. None of it had nothing to do with that personal stuff we send on the internet and how much of it is true. Because you can do so much stuff with the internet. Y'all saw that Kyler Murray thing where he was standing on the chair with Roger Goodell, and he was in the short man. He had the short pink suit on with the little legs. Oh, yeah. They killed Kyler Murray with the little short man. So you don't believe everything you see on the internet. Now, granted, the young man is going to have to prove himself to everybody. Yeah. Because I'm going to be the first one in line
to get on him.
I'm letting you know right now. I do him the same way I did Eric Armstead, Joshua Garnett. I don't. Oh, and my boy Courtney's favorite man, Jimmy Ward. Come on, man.
Oh, don't get me started. I'm starting a whole new movement. I got a campaign going. The J-Dub bunch. I bought him to 16th. This is his year. J-Dub is going to come out. He's going to get everybody up off of him. I'm telling you, I'm going to stay. I want to be able to say when he does come out and shine, I told y'all, he ain't got hurt. He's one of the best safeties in the league. Look at him. I'm dreaming now. I wish it'd come true, though.
Hey, they act like Bosa's the first player we got on our team we didn't like. Man, I got a list of them.
I know.
But that does not stop me. Hey, that does not stop me from flying from Texas to California for a game. Kansas City, Missouri, going to Tampa, hopefully go to New Orleans like everybody else do. I'm still loyal. I don't have to like everybody on that team. I don't care what you do when you ain't around me.
Devon, this is all the gospel truth. You know what, Devon? With all that said, though, I want to know now. What do you think? Devon's already said there's people he don't appreciate on his team. There's people he does appreciate. There's all kinds of things he is to support his team. Devon, have you seen enough, though? And this year, are the 49ers going to turn this corner now? Are we going to stop this foolishness we've been doing the last couple of years? Do we look capable?
This looks like a turning point to me this year as far as the general manager, the coaching staff, and the players. We no more excuses. Yeah. If we can get rid of that injury bug and we line up with the players we got, we're going to see what we made of. The problem that happened last year is the injury bug came to our doorstep and stayed all year long.
Last 2 years.
We need Yeah. Especially last year, right at the beginning of the season, you use a starting running back that you've been practicing with all year long, all summer long.
Oh, man.
That threw us off. So we started off behind the 8 ball. Now we got to come up with ways of being on the field and being successful on the field.
Yes.
And I think that they're a group, they're a tight-knit group, and I think they will be. I'm seeing I like the D Ford and what's that, K'Wan Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I like those. But see, my thing is Contavious Street, DJ Reed, Julian Taylor.
Yeah.
Get them kids a chance. Now, see, what happens if Julian Taylor or one of them other boys start shining and Bosa's not on the field? Are we going to be yelling at him because he was a number 2 pick? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted Street so bad after we didn't get Williams. That 750 pounds he was pushing, it was at North Carolina State, and he had the whole room uproar, and he had a chance to redshirt. He's been out all year long.
Yeah.
That boy I want him to be that one that pressures up the middle since we didn't get it, because that's what I want. To go with those 2 end pieces. If Bosa's gonna be your starter, and you got Ford on the other end.
And remember who you got up the middle. Now here's the thing. You're going to release the beast this year. Yeah.
This should be like it was when we had Alden Smith and Justin Smith.
Yep.
See, the reason why Alden Smith was so successful is because Justin put that pressure on them other linemen, pushing them back. And Alden, all he had to do was beat one man. Well, Bosa and Ford, y'all gonna have one man because Defoe gonna take up at least 2.
That's
and
it.
whoever we got on the other side, Solomon Thomas, Armstead, or the one I want, Contavious Street, either one of them right there, y'all gonna take up 2. Well, that's gonna free up them ends. And that's what I think the GM and the coach is wanting. Us to put a little pressure on the end and have a single coverage single blocking on each end.
That's it.
Somebody got to get to the quarterback.
You know?
I seen the quarterbacks too comfortable last year. That's
last 3-4 years. This goes all the way back to 2015, 16, 17, 18. 4 years of the quarterback just relaxed, kicking back there and waiting, yawning, and then hitting his targets, you know? We didn't have no pressure at all.
You know what hurt me the most is when they kept showing that quarterback from Arizona that Kyler Murray ran out of town. All of his highlights had 49ers in the picture.
That's because the only highlights he had all year was us. No pressure
and
anywhere.
It was a shame that we was watching him stand still in the pocket.
Good form, feet planted, looking comfortable.
Good form. He looked like he was an all-world quarterback, and I was watching my boys get burnt. I was at one of them games, and it was sad.
And Devon, you know what's really bad about that too? Arizona had one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL.
And we had zero pressure. And I'm sorry. There's another one of them things that I'm upset with. How many number 1 draft picks do we got to get on the D-line before we get one that's worth anything?
You know what's really
That's
funny?
why I said the pressure is really on Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch.
Yeah.
Because they done went and got Bosa when there was multiple choices of other players that were good enough to be in that spot. I can count at least 5 that could have went number 2.
Oh, you know what?
It ain't a knock on Bosa. It's you could have picked this kid and this is the reason why.
In fact, that was my next question was going to be, what picks are you most impressed with in this draft so far? Because there's a lot of argument. We just talked about it. There's a lot of argument going on even after Bosa was picked up. Well, one of the picks that you appreciate the most. So when people see Devon, they go come after you next, Devon. They go, man, Devon, I don't know what you meant by saying that, but see, Devon can take care of himself, so you go ahead and bother him.
See, I like it for 2 reasons. It was the 25th anniversary of Friday, and Deebo's coming to the Niners. So I'm going to ride that kid till the wheels fall off. I'm riding up on my bicycle with him. got my house shoes on, my khakis. I'm riding with Deebo. Okay? That's my new boy.
Whose bike is it? That's my bike.
My grandmama gave me that bike. Hey, so that's who I'm riding with. If he can get over his injuries, dude, he has that breakaway ability. He ain't the fastest one out there, but he has enough speed to get down the field. Yeah. And that's the one I want.
Great breakaway talent. He can separate. You know how this is? Kyle is serious about the separation. If you cannot separate, you can't play for me. That's all. You got to be able to do that. So, and how about that third round pick? And you made Hurd's down at Baylor in your area. Can you tell us about Jalen Hurd?
Okay, Jalen Hurd played for Tennessee. If you pull up Oklahoma versus Tennessee, in Tennessee, we came back in overtime to beat them. Sterling Shepard made a hell of a catch and jumps in the end zone. Well, Hurd was the running back at Tennessee when we played him.
Right.
The kid is versatile. What I think the reason why he drafted him is because you can use him both ways. That kid can line up in the backfield as a running back, and then you can send him out. Mm-hmm. And now he got a linebacker on him, and a linebacker ain't gonna be able to hold it.
No.
See, so I'm seeing that Kyle is looking for a scheme of finding mismatches.
See.
So if you got a linebacker on him, that's going to free up one of them other guys to either be open or you hit him. Or you can hand him the ball in the backfield. He's a capable running back. I don't think he's not as good as the ones we have, but he's a capable running back and a future wide receiver. I'm not sure about his running of patterns, but I know if he catch the ball, he knows what to do with it because he know how to make you miss. Because a good running back always makes the first man miss. You know, they kind of shifty, but he's shifty, and I understand why he picked him. I didn't like the pick, but I understood because Kyle Shanahan is the coach, ain't he? And he's the one with the scheme. Yeah. Didn't I say that earlier? Yeah. It's their plan, not ours. Yeah. I told you, everybody's caught up in their feelings.
You know? And you know, and in that case, now talk about the misery and suffering that took place in the fourth round when they picked up Mitch Wishnowsky. And people are still mad about that. It's been how many days?
First of all, I understand what they're saying because I was shaking my head. I didn't see the fourth round. I was doing something and somebody called me and said, we got a punter. I'm like, come on, man. Don't call me on the phone with this mess. And I come in and watch it and I say, they really did. Well, although he's the number one guy, everybody's going to eat crow when this kid keeps dropping the ball inside the 10-yard line over and over again. So if we are not successful running, now you got a weapon. See, kind of like I was saying with Jalen, the running back. Yep. / wide receiver. Yeah. It's a scheme. It's a plan. With the punter, it's a scheme. It's a plan. If my offense sputters, I can put them in a hole and hopefully my defense shows up. And that's his goal. The kid is knocking the ball out in the 10-yard line area to the goal line on a regular basis. You ain't ranked number one.
Perfect spots. And something else. If you watch all the tape on this, the kid is Wishnowsky doesn't just kick the ball. Wishnowsky could destroy a team by the fact that they don't know. Kyle has, like you talk about scheme, Kyle has so many guys out there that are going to confuse the DC. You can watch all the film on these teams, or Kyle's rotations and schemes all you want. You're not going to know which one is coming. You just put Hurd in the backfield. You can line him up in the slot. You can line him up on the edge. You can we got about 4 or 5 guys on offense who can do that. Now with Wishnowsky, it looks like a punt, doesn't it? Yep. Maybe not.
And that kid can still run the ball.
I just say Wishnowsky will pull it down and run for the first down. He can jam. 4-6. We have a kicker that goes, I think it's about 218, 220. About 6'. Nice size. And he's got speed. So when he goes and puts that ball up, get ready to kick it, pulls it down, he's gone. I said, now see that? And Kyle's going to probably ask him, can you throw the ball? You can throw the ball.
But that's another one of them picks that he made that I didn't like. Yeah. But it's over with now. If you don't have no control on it, why are you still holding on to this anger and your thoughts when it's over? The dude has made a decision. He's picked a punter. He has to live with that. Remember, they got a 6-year contract. Right. Well, that's his job he's losing. We are going to lose if it's not successful. He's going to lose everything if it ain't. So I got to ride with him. I'm one of them ones that I'm not into too much of the players. They come and go. Yeah. Come on, man. Excuse me. Until we find another Ronnie Lott or my boy John Taylor, don't call me. That's the one I ride with. Yeah. I ride with them till the wheels fall off. but I don't see any players like that as of now. But hey, that don't mean I know anything, because I was the one who wanted Reuben Foster and was big on Alden Smith. So hey, who says I'm right on everything?
The sad thing is, you were right though. Reuben Foster came in. He looked like a house of fire. Alden Smith came in.
Everybody in my family. Everybody in my family had a jersey. Everybody. Come on, man. I was in that bandwagon, rolling.
Such a great player. Such a way. I wish we could have. I just wish the 49ers could have get him into some counseling. Go ahead and Belichick did with Josh, the wide receiver. Anyway, the wide receiver that had a drug problem, they put him in rehab. Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon, last season, I thought they kicked him off the team. They went ahead. He had another problem. They put him back in the clinic. He's been out there, and now Belichick's going to give him another shot. So sometimes some players are so good, you might as well go ahead and see if you can invest a little effort into it. And maybe, just maybe, not only will you help this individual out with his life, which is very important. In some cases, if you can affect a person's life in that fashion, you've also done him a solid, which is good. You should be feeling good about that. If you can bring him back and get all you can get worth out of him, you've doubled up on the benefits. So, maybe we should have took a little more time with Reuben. I don't know. A lot of people wish we would have. So.
Yeah. Well, we was in Tampa, and I could tell you the depressing feeling when we got to the stadium and found out we was out there tailgating and everybody's talking. That was the talk of the whole game. We got in the stadium and the football team just looked like they didn't even show up. Yeah. I think that cut that morning affected that whole game. I'm not saying we would have beat Tampa Bay,
but they didn't play like
we would have played.
Yeah,
they played like they just lost their little brother.
Right, well, they did.
And they played like they knew this mess was going on and they couldn't stop it. Some of them probably didn't even try, but the young man just to me, it's just total disappointment. But anyway, back to that. Now they got this linebacker.
Yeah.
What was it? D Greenlaw, whatever that is.
Greenlaw, yeah, that was in the 5th round. Yeah. Wait, we got the, okay. Go ahead with Greenlaw. How do you feel about him?
Well, what I read up on him and I watched his videos. If he can get past his injuries, he'll be a great special teams, maybe a backup on certain plays, get somebody a breather. Yeah. I don't see him coming in, getting in a starting position, because the linebackers we got, them boys, K1, D Ford, and Warner. Come on, man, they ain't coming off the field. Yeah. I don't see them guys ever coming off. So it'll take him a year or two to get on that. So he's more for depth. I think they just got him for bodies on that special team, so we can use him for that, because I think he's a great tackler and he's got a great future. Just got to stay on the field and stay healthy. That's the deal with him.
And they call him a run and chase kind of guy. So you know what?
Yeah.
You can see that as we're talking about scheme and design, the 49ers are going to have a fast defense.
Right.
As soon as you leave that front line, everybody else is just quick. You get K'Wan Williams, it's like a guy with radar in him or something. He's going to be able to, when you got your Russell Wilsons and your Kyler Murrays, your Lamar Jacksons around the NFL, you need to have the antidote. And I think we may have it.
We got to play all three of them?
All in 1 year, I know. We got to play Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray twice a year for, God knows how long. So, they got to get quick guys. That's the only way you're going to deal with these guys. You got to get guys that are hammers and can move fast. So I'm looking forward to that. We already got past the Greenlaw. And how about Caden Smith at the tight end position?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about Stanford products? Because every time I talk to, we got a fella that lives right down the street from Bama, and he hates Stanford. He loves Stanford products. So how do you feel?
Right. Well, see, I like them. They smart kids, but are they great football players?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I'm looking for great football players, and with the tight end, don't we have like Selig and you got
Kittle.
two other tight ends already? Yeah, Kittle and another guy. It's three tight ends.
And Dwelly, I think Dwelly got cut
so early.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we got two. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that explains. Do we have to get him so early? Was that tight end that see that pick was another one of them that did we pick it too early?
Yeah.
Questionable. But see, that's me. I'm not the one scheming. See once again. everybody says, well, why did we pick right then? We could have got somebody else. It was so many other players on them last 3 or 4 picks we just made that we are. Greedy Williams was there a long time ago. Boy from Iowa State, the wide receiver, I wanted him so bad because he had the height. What is that guy's name? I had him on my draft.
You're Greedy? Greedy's 6'2".
No, yeah. The wide receiver. Where's his wide receiver at? Number 3, Darryl Savage. Oh, man. See, and that's another thing.
That's a secondary guy you just mentioned there, though, Savage. I think Savage, yeah. Darnell. Hey, as far as wide receivers, I can tell you it was N'Keal Harry, Deebo, A.J. Brown. Everybody was crying about A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown was gone. He was gone. A.J. got picked up in the 2nd round, I think. Or 3rd round? Late 2nd round. Anyway, all those receivers got picked up late. Way later. I mean, Hollywood went in the 1st round. N'Keal, that was it. So everybody's sitting back saying, we got A.J. Brown. Oh, yeah. So like you said, though, we had A.J. Brown. Kyle didn't.
Right. See? And exactly what I'm saying. Now, you go get the boy that's a running back and a wide receiver, but you don't pick the actual full-fledged wide receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, see, that's kind of questionable to me. But who am I to question him?
Yeah.
You know, I've not agreed with a lot of these picks.
Yeah.
But I'm here on a show doing the 49ers, sporting my 49er gear, repping my 49ers for life.
There you go.
That don't mean I have to agree with everything that's going on there. Who said we have to agree? We can't agree to disagree.
Yeah. That question comes up all the time, too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Act like we supposed to be just buddy, and I'm going to just go. A real true friend, Ronbo, will tell you when you're wrong.
Yeah. And expect you to come back with a civilized conversation. Yeah.
Right. See, your feelings, Ronbo, about Bosa and mine are 2 different things.
Yep.
Why come we can't just sit and talk about it and ain't nobody mad, ain't nobody yelling, I ain't cussed at you. I ain't never calling your show again because you picked Bosa. And you know Bosa's wrong. That's what they looking for. Oh, what was you thinking, Ronbo?
I love the
Did
hands.
you pick Bosa? Yeah.
All that emotions. And Devon, don't forget at the end of it all, say, you ain't no real 49er fan.
Don't forget that part.
That's my favorite.
I was told that I wasn't a real 49er fan because I wasn't happy with stuff I've been reading and the fact that I watched 2 games of the kid.
Yeah.
See, I didn't want him before all of this internet came out, this draft, him scrubbing his Twitter. I'm talking 2 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and a sack. And we didn't hear from him the whole game.
Nothing impressive about that for sure.
The first game, he was an assisted tackle and nothing else for the whole game.
Oh, man. No, Nick cannot disappear this year. That's for sure.
Exactly. He can't get injured, and he has to shine.
You know what scares
because
me?
the ones that are rooting for him
are waiting for him to mess up, or supporting him. But the ones that are not rooting for him,
the ones that are not rooting for him are waiting for him to mess up, and the ones that are rooting for him want to be able to say, I told you so.
Yeah, no, everybody wants I told you so.
I told you. You was wrong. Eat that crow. That's what they want to do. So both sides are rooting for the 49ers, but we can't be wishing that the kid is not successful because then you're going against the 49ers. No, not necessarily. I'm just thinking that a mindset has to change with the kid. Yeah. And then his mental is stronger, his game will be stronger. Mm-hmm. And right now, that's kind of suspect to me because when he got injured, he didn't want to go back to college. Yeah. Not a problem with that.
Yeah. That's understandable. So a lot of people had a problem with that.
Is he going to do that to us?
Well, he won't have any choice now. He's under contract. He better be back to work.
Okay.
Let's look at that offensive tackle, though. Let's get your feeling on that. Justin Skule, 6'7", 317. This guy's huge. But will he be able to play? Because I worry about Joe Staley and how much longer he's going to stay with the team. And the 49ers are going to wait till the last minute to get somebody. Because I figure this kid is somebody that is going to be a project. When you give him that late, is he a good run blocker? I've seen some things. He's got good intangibles. He's supposed to be pretty good as a run blocker and some of the other things, but we don't know exactly what he's going to look like as a pro. Because offensive linemen are some of their game. Usually there's a 70-30 chance that their game won't translate to the NFL. So what do you got on him?
Well, what I was saying is hopefully he makes the team because in order to go to Vanderbilt, you have to be smart enough to be able to get into that college, and then he should be able to read that. Yeah, he should be able to read and understand Kyle Shanahan's playbook. So therefore, that gives him a chance right there. And with his size and the fact that we got Staley and the other players there, it gives him a chance to like redshirt this year. So I don't expect him to start. Maybe a backup, maybe a fill-in.
Put him in the IR. Like they like. That's how they high plays here.
Yeah, let him get up a little, catch up with the speed of the NFL. Let him get a little bit of size and strength, because you got to have some strength.
Okay.
And I don't know if he has that nasty button. I need an offensive lineman with a nasty button. Don't mind fighting. You might get a penalty every once in a while.
Yeah.
I need one of them. So I don't know if he's that yet, but maybe we can see if he turns into something, because they said his passing blocking wasn't that good, but his run block was okay.
Yeah, and Kyle seems to put that on top of his list. You got to be able to get out in space and get that zone run, because everything predicates off that play action. So if you can't get out there and get that going, Kyle's already done with it. Right. This is why I do want to know, is Joshua Garnett, there's your run blocking kid.
Come on, man.
If he could bring it. God, I got a lot of faith if he would just come on out.
See, now that's one of the first ones that the 49ers drafted that got him on our team, and I wished he would have never even came. Yeah. I'm sorry.
He's been struggling ever since.
That makes me not a Niner fan, because I'm not a Joshua Garnett fan. Come on, man. He has done nothing to make us better.
Oh, man.
Nothing. I wish I could say the opposite, because I don't know him personally. I've never seen him in any kind of trouble. You don't hear nothing about him, and that's probably what's wrong. We don't never hear nothing about him in the game or out of the game.
Well, now wait. Now he made Aaron Donald real mad, and I figure anybody that makes Aaron Donald that mad must have been frustrating him. This is why I'm saying, I don't know, Joshua Garnett. Well, I've seen him make a couple of good plays since he comes in now and then. He gets out as fast as he comes in, but when he does come in, he makes something happen. I said, wouldn't it be? Okay. I want to see him for like 4 or 5 games in a row. You know?
When is he gonna put all that together?
I know, right?
I want the complete player. See, I don't want to be reaching for if a coulda, woulda, shouldas. I'm like, what's with a Singletary? I want players.
I know. Singletary. I really wish you could have kept him around as a defensive coach. God.
Oh man, I need him for when we're doing bad, because he's the one that he'll straighten it all out.
Oh,
if
man.
you don't like it, hit the road.
Have grown men out there crying. I love it. And Tim Harris, there's a guy. Now Tim Harris is another guy he redshirted. He's got health issues, but he fits the profile. What are your feelings on him?
6'2", he got the height. He got the height that we're looking for. Maybe if you get with Uncle Sherman, Uncle Sherman can get him, show him how to work on his feet. Because a lot of them people, your hips and your feet with them cornerbacks are real crucial. Yeah. And you watch that when you watch that NFL draft combine.
Yeah, right.
And you see the ones that run backwards and that fluidly turn. Sherman knows how to do that. And maybe Sherman can find out what he's doing wrong and get him behind him and just groom him. That's why they brung Uncle Sherman over there. They call the man Uncle Sherman, because he's the old cat now, teaching these young boys. And hopefully with the influx of D linemen and D ends and new linebackers we got, maybe that extra second them cornerbacks have been losing and the player getting open would not be there anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe they have to cover for a shorter period of time, lessens the chance for one of these players to get open.
I'm convinced.
And I'm
convinced that's going to be the case.
And if anything, this Ford kid is the one that I'm hyped on the most, because I watched him in Kansas City up close and personal at the game. Mm-hmm. And the young man is a beast, and his coming off the edge is going to make us forget about Alden Smith, because and I promise you, he is going to touch the quarterback the way I've been asking for years. I ask that every time. You get all these number 1 D linemen we done got in here. Yeah. None of them has performed but one.
Yeah. I know. Oh, God.
And once again, am I not a Niner because I just spoke facts?
No, it's absolutely true.
These players have not lived up to what we thought they would be, and they have spurts here and there of having a flash of a good play, and then we're reaching for stuff, and we're making up stories to keep them alive, and they're not.
Solomon T. You know what? Solomon T. And in fact, they do believe that if they keep more exposed to me because they've been playing him out of position, keep him on the inside. I don't know how they're going to rotate because they got a lot of horses. Devon, they got a rotation. There's going to be some good ball players going to be leaving us this year. We can't keep all of them. But Devon, you know what? If you had to make a cut, let's look across the line. You got your starters, all in first round picks. You got D Ford. Next to him is Buckner. Inside, it's going to be Armstead, Contavious Street, DJ Jones, any one of those guys, Sheldon Day. Next to him,
Jalen Taylor.
And Julian Taylor. Then you get out
That's my boy.
Yeah, Julian Taylor.
Julian Taylor. But he can't get on the field. I don't know what's going on with him and the coaching staff or whatever, but why they wasn't playing. When we were out and we had nothing to lose, they still wasn't playing him a lot. So did he do something? Is he in somebody's doghouse? Because I didn't see him playing.
Not enough. I seen him here and there, and when he was on the field, I was watching the game. Like I do, I'm sitting there going on with the game and watching with everybody else. And I said, "Is Julian Taylor on the field?" Yeah, he's been on the field for the last few plays. I said, "Oh,
exactly."
I didn't even see him out there. So he's gonna. You know what? He's gonna get more chances this year and it's good too because the game's not too fast for him anymore. It wasn't too fast for him last year. He's probably made the full adjustment. I see the real hardcore competition on a defensive line. Devon, because as I say, and you get out, Bosa is going to be the only guy that at the big end it's going to be between him and Contavious Street. But don't forget, Ronnie Blair. That's another one of my favorite guys. Good Lord, we got
somebody's going to have to go.
God, we got a huge rotation.
Yeah, and that's what we need. I need to see what these other players that's been sitting there. That's DJ Reed. And Contavious Street, come on, man. Yeah. We don't know. We don't even know if they can play.
We got a DJ Reed. You're talking about Jones as far as the front line, right?
Jones.
Yeah, we got two DJs.
DJ Jones, not Reed. My bad.
And the secondary is a whole other story because there's a lot of guys back there too. Everybody thinks that we need another safety. You know what? I don't know how you feel about it, but the thing is, Devon, I know we could get a better quality safety, but I don't know if we could get any more safeties. We must have at least 6 or 7 safeties. One of them, and I think the way the 49ers are looking at it is I'm not throwing another safety on top of that stack. A couple of those fellas are going to show us this year they can play or they can get out of here, and we will be looking for a safety next year, though. So what are your feelings on that?
Well, the deal is all the safeties have been injured, ain't they? I told you that injured bug came to the front door and stayed.
It killed them all.
Especially in the safety. Come on, man. What is it, a broken arm or a leg?
2 broke arms.
And I think that comes from not tackling right. You're just sticking your arm out there with these big time players. They professional athletes too. You got to wrap them up.
Especially Jimmy Ward. He ain't got enough butt. Man, look at Jimmy. What does Jimmy go? 200 maybe? God.
And see, everybody's looking for that big hit so you can be on ESPN and NFL channel, and they go and the crowd go woo. They looking for that woo. No, just wrap up and take him down. Come on, man. Just give me some fundamental football, and I'll take a woo every now and again. But I just want you to wrap him up and stop him from getting the first down. And we don't have that.
Yeah.
But like I said, with the linebackers and the D line that we are deep on now, if we can stay healthy, that cornerback and safety problem.
They should flourish. They should flourish. And Devon, it'll make you feel better to know. Now we got Chris Kasurek and we got Chris Kiffin. I think these guys, they got reputations. I think we're going to see a little difference in that technique this year, and also the aggression, that wide 9. I can't see I love the personnel they got. They can plug in with that system. This is going to, that formation, it's going to be fun to watch this year. I got a feeling we're going to see a whole nother story. Ooh, Devon, I tell you, Devon, we can be here all night, but we're not going to. We're going to go ahead and cut it off right here. And fam, check out Devon. Hit him up on Twitter. We're going to flash all his stuff so you can find it. And as you can see, he's just too much fun to talk football with. Devon, as you know, we got to hollow it out. I'm going to give you the 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Niners! Yeah.
Devon. Devon's got that great voice. It's like it's not even. It's you would have had him do it again sometime. Devon, I'm telling you, Devon. I'm telling you, man, I always love talking to you, Devon. Thanks, fam. We're going to get together a little later on. It's going to be a good time this year. We may get together every few weeks. I'm telling you right now, man, it's going to be a good time. A good time. Fam, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you for joining me today. Thank you, Devon, for giving me some of your time today as well. And fam, I'll see you on Friday. And ain't no telling what's going to happen between now and then. The 49ers, man, I'm telling you. Every day's an adventure now with this team. Hey, whoa. Don't forget to hit like. Of course, I love likes. I'll see you as soon as possible. I'm ready.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never make me sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.